Johnson kicks to Smith. The dive for the ball. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And here's Brooklyn. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And you talk about Johnson's ability to get his shot off. 6'7", huge frame for a two-guard. And with his ball handling ability, he can really create space for himself.
Johnson outside. Pass to Smith. The dish to Fields. 6 to shoot. Johnson, the pass to Williams. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there. And Johnson's so smooth, Clark, but you know, Joe, his size and strength, sometimes it seems like he could do more to press the issue and draw foul.
Well, you know, I'm not going to be overly critical. This guy is terrific as a one-on-one isolation player. Used to average over 5 free throws a game, but that number has declined. But that may be more a function of him maturing in his career and picking his spots to be aggressive, not wanting to draw contact.
They've got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Well, I like the way they've set the tone. You know, they're going to have to continue to work at it, but rebounds will be key in this game, no question about it.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Johnson penetrating. 18 feet out. Again, the miss by Smith.
Great look, disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
Here's Anderson. The shot from the low post is good. And the Nets lead by 4.
Well, I'll bet his teammates love playing with him. He's distributing the ball perfectly.
Well, he keeps everybody happy, and you know what? The assist numbers don't lie.
And
Friday.
Quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they've built this lead.
And they've built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. Terrence Ross is out there with Smith. And it's Steamsma in at the 5 spot. Lopez kicks to Jack. Poked away. And even 3-on-3 break. And the jam by Ross.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Cav, Coach Lionel Hollins helped define the Grizzlies' grit and grind style and was asked if he'd replicate it with the Nets. He said, quote, "We're going to be aggressive and tough. We'll play together and never quit."
For the Nets, Mason Plumlee's checked in for Lopez. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Jordan. Johnson, he's checked in for Young. And Allen Anderson subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Fields dishes to Johnson. On the wing, Williams. He kicks it to Fields. Smith up top. Shot clock at 5. Feeds it to Fields. Here's Williams. Blocked.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Raptors trail by 3. Pass to Fields. The feed now to Johnson. Kicks it to Williams. Passes it to Smith. 1:33 left in the second quarter. And he gets it to go. Bogdanovich has got 7 points here in this quarter. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
And one of the factors in that game was They just couldn't get to the foul line and get enough points from the free throw line to make a difference.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanked off the rim. They were letting them hear about that.
5 on the clock. From deep, Johnson. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Bogdanovich. He's guarded by Williams. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 14 points for the game.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Johnson outside. Smith on the wing. And again, no good by Toronto.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot.
Here's Bogdanovich. He's got 14. He feeds it to Teletovic. Lets it go from 14.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
And worth.
Thank you, Kep.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close...
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. We're making some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Lopez. Plumlee comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's Anderson in for Bogdanovich. And then for Toronto, Hansbrough's checked in for Steemsma. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Williams. Jarrett Jack is out there with Anderson. Then it's Young. Then there's Plumlee. And it's Jordan in at center. So that's the Nets 5. Off the left rim and out.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Bogdanovich checked in for Allen Anderson. And Toronto also making a switch. Smith checked in for Terrence Ross. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Lionel Hollins was giving to his team. Their transition offense has to be a focal point, he told them. Points on the break are going to be crucial for the rest of this game. He also urged them to drive the lane aggressively on offense, saying they won't be able to handle us if we can get bodies to the basket each and every time down the court. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
Taking a look now at some of the numbers for Jarrett Jack. He's been a force for them over the past month as you take a look at the league rankings. He's putting up 13 points a game, 9 assists and 2 rebounds. And I think the playmaking really stands out to me that he's been doing it. So many times the plays he can generate seem to change the momentum of a game.
I agree wholeheartedly there. I mean, it's underestimated what his passing brings to this team.
It's stolen by Lowry. Johnson, the pass to Lowry. Here's DeRozan. Toronto working the ball around now. That's good. And it's 8 points for Smith.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him. The Nets brought in a lot of talent before last season, and even though they had the big-name stars starting, they were actually a very deep team.
The jump hook. Jordan with the rebound.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
And Jack, here we go. Here's Bogdanovich, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
From about 16, that one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Smith.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Lowry against Jack. Now the pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Jack. Dishes it to Young. Shot clock at 6. will not go. This is off the front iron.
And poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Johnson kicks to Hansbrough. Here's Smith. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And now it's only a 5-point Nets lead. Nets have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Jack. Over to the left wing. Shoots from the line. Plumlee slams it back in. And the Nets lead by 7.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Johnson kicks to DeRozan. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Hansbrough. Rebound, Brooklyn. Young's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Here's Bogdanovich. The shot is off. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And the glaring factor for me in that loss was the poor rebound. I mean, they got destroyed on the glass.
Yeah, they were outworked. I mean, it's plain and simple. To rebound the ball, you got to work. You got to do your work early. You got to be physical. You got to go after the ball. And you can't give up. And they just didn't work hard enough. Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Jack. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
No good trying to beat the buzzer. And we've won. And let's quickly have a look at the State Farm assist of the game, which came, Steve, from kind of an unlikely source here.
Yes, the big fella here doing his best impression of a point guard, serving up a brilliant feed here. That's gorgeous.
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight.
Kyle, congratulations on this win.
Why you tripping? We just pulled out a nice little win.
Tripping? Not like this game was never in doubt. It was a lot closer than it should have been. That's the problem. We weren't taking it serious enough. Like we could just show up and win. One thing I know for certain, you take something for granted in the NBA, it all goes away.
You right. When we got somebody on the ropes, we gotta knock them fools out, man. Yo, tonight, we was just barely good enough.
That's right. Next game, we step on the gas and never let up.
Let's do it.